I have to play this from CNN. Our friend Brian Stelter. There are, speaking of irony, there are so many levels of irony here that I think it's worth playing. And here it is. Let's watch.
You may have noticed something about the former president. I don't know what it is. Either it's an unwillingness or an inability to leave the spotlight. But it's been on full display this week, actually 5 times. President Trump making appearances on Fox News, Newsmax, and on a Fox Personalities podcast. Here is, we wanted to summarize it all in one soundbite. So here it is. Here's a summary of what Trump said about the Biden administration.
They're destroying our country. To destroy our country. They're destroying our country. They're destroying our country, Lisa. They're destroying our country, Lisa.
Right, it's like he was singing a song, but really off key. He's saying the same thing on every show, and he was back on Fox last night visiting with Jeanine Pirro. Now let's contrast Trump with the last one-term president, the last guy who was defeated after a single term. That is George H.W. Bush. Do you want to see what Bush was doing after losing re-election? This is what he was doing. Oh, looks great, doesn't it? Looks so relaxing. Bush told his successor, Bill Clinton, quote, "You're not going to have any trouble from me." And he kept his word. Now, Trump is the anti-Bush, of course, but to borrow a fishing metaphor here, is the media taking his bait? Does this feel like 2015 all over again, with outrageous statements stoking days of news coverage?
Is the media, am I taking his bait right now? Am I currently doing the thing that I'm criticizing? What do you think, guys? Yeah, I'd say so. So we got 2 things there. Number one, yet again, this thing the media does now where they are romanticizing. First it was George W. Bush, and now George H.W. Bush, romanticizing the Bushes. I mean, for years we were told that these are war criminals and scumbags and horrible people, but now, remember the Bushes? Those were good people. You know, why can't we get a Republican like that again? Like the people I accused of war crimes. But also, what's funny is that those whatever it was 4 or 5 media hits that Donald Trump apparently did, I didn't even know about any of those until I watched that clip from Brian Stelter. I might have heard of one of them, and I'm in conservative media. So Stelter saying that Trump can't get off the stage. Well, you're putting him on the stage. Donald Trump doing an interview on Fox News, that's not really being on, that's one thing. He's accessing the conservative audience. No big surprise there. But you're the one putting him on the larger stage by giving his message access to an audience that wouldn't hear it on Fox. So no, it's not that Stelter and CNN, it's not that they're worried that Trump won't get off the stage. It's that they desperately need him to be on the stage. And they're going to drag him onto the stage if he does step off of it. Because they need him. He's the only thing they know how to talk about. They've been conditioned that way for the past 5 years. That's all they've got. And yeah, they've kind of moved on to... on CNN, it seems like 80% of their programming now is complaining about Tucker Carlson. So they've replaced Trump a little bit with someone else. But they can't quit Trump. They just can't quit him. They need him. Brian Stelter, most of all. Listen, hit that subscribe button right now. Do it right now. I thank you for your compliance. It is somewhat appreciated.